Get this motherfucking ring, man. Shit. Here we go. I have one question. Will you marry me? Just go.
What's good, people? It's your boy Sir Petty 258 back with another one. Y'all see who we got here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me. I'm Kizzy.
How's everything been? 2022, new year. First of all, how's it been going for you?
So far so good. I just had a birthday, 33. Everything, I can't complain. I mean, I didn't do much for the new year to bring the new year in, but sometimes it's what you need is like just to sit back, reflect on 2000 or the last year or whatever, and then just think about what you're going to do moving in forward. So
exactly. Well,
everything was good.
Happy belated birthday again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Welcome to the 33 Club. Another year around the sun.
Shout out to all the Capricorns, by the way.
And Virgos. Quick question. I saw this on Facebook going down my timeline, right? Mm-hmm. So there was a video out there. A guy proposed to his girlfriend. I think what's the little place in New York? Times Square.
Yeah, for New Year's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Times Square. He proposed to her. She said no.
Okay. What's wrong with that? Why did she say? Did she say what? Do we know why she said no?
We don't. The video is like a little 15-second clip, but that made me think, right? Mm-hmm. Or just come up with this: like, if a guy proposed to a girl and she says no. Mm-hmm. Where does the relationship go from there for you? I
mean, it goes wherever that couple decides is going to go. Like, first you have to figure out why she says no, or she said no, right? I mean, she could say no for a couple of reasons. Just because he proposes, like sometimes women and men will enter relationships when they're not ready to enter that relationship. Maybe she felt like he wasn't ready, Okay. Maybe it wasn't the timing. Maybe she wants, to work on herself or whatever it is that she needs, she has going on, and she wants to settle. There's a lot of reasons as to why she could say no.
Okay, so I look at this a couple of different ways. If you say no and we've been dating for a while, the relationship's over right then.
Why is that?
Because you said no. Like, this is what else am I supposed to do after this? I already proposed to you, so you want me to propose to you again in this relationship?
I think you should find out why she said no.
Okay. Then I was having this is what I was having a conversation about, right? Mm-hmm. I understand, ideally when somebody gets on the knees, like you're trying to propose to them to get married, right? Okay. But you're not actually getting married. You're getting engaged, right? Okay. So there's that time period of the engagement to the wedding, right? Okay. So to me, those things that you're talking about that she may want to pursue, on either side, they may want to work on more, may try to have goals to persist or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's what that time period is for, right? So we can still be engaged and not married. Mm-hmm. But it's still working on those things. So if you're saying no to me going to the next level of this relationship with you, mm-hmm. It's kind of, that's it for me. Like, what else is there to do?
So most men that I've known to propose, they already have an idea that she's going to say yes anyway.
I feel like everybody who proposes think they're going to say yes.
You have those conversations moving into
no. So that's what I'm saying. So let's say, all right, for most guys, right? It's mm-hmm. not like we think, not saying like we don't think about getting married, but mm-hmm. More women will pursue it with the man. I don't want to say pressure. Pursue it with the man, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say that they had those conversations. Obviously, for guys, there's some kind of indication that you wanted to get married for me to even get to this step, because it's just not something I naturally may do. You know what I'm saying? So let's say we had these conversations. You kind of hinted that you wanted to get married. Might have showed me a ring or two. You know what I'm saying? Now we come to that fateful day. We go on a date. I do all the stops for this proposal. Mm-hmm. The woman says no, or not right now, or however you want to say it, but she's not saying yes.
So why are you done with the relationship from there? Because
I just
feel like your heart was broken or something because she said no?
It seems like you don't want to move on to this next level of our relationship. Because once again, I'm here because I thought you would say yes.
She said not right. So that's another thing as well. Like, why do we have to move when you ready to move? Right?
What do you mean?
Like, a lot of times,
so you got to propose to me? Because in that case, right? Mm-hmm. Propose to me. Not saying as a man I want to be proposed to. No, but all right, like, let's be real, right? I understand you go for equality.
Most women don't prefer to. Most women prefer not to do
99% of women would not propose to a man.
Yes, we prefer not to propose to a guy.
So for what you're saying is, once again, so what are your indications for, right? Mm-hmm. So don't start talking to me about marriage unless you're ready, right? Mm-hmm. So once again, if you're having these conversations, we kind of had these conversations. Mm-hmm. To me, it's like, come on, I'm waiting to be married.
Mm-hmm. Now, what if I don't know, I prefer for you to, because like traditionally the male asks the woman's dad first. Like,
you don't
I
know,
can say no for, and you don't know why I said no. You just called it off right there.
See, you're making up excuses, right? Because hold on, listen.
I'm giving you reasons. No, ask me a question. I'm giving you reasons as to why I won't.
But what I'm saying is, all right. To me, once again, if y'all had these kind of conversations, I would think that you might have told me this, right? Mm-hmm. Before this whole, I'm proposing. You don't know that I didn't do that, so you can't use that as a reason to why. Hey, I didn't know. I don't know if you asked my dad if you could marry me. So until then, let me call my dad so I can. You know what I'm saying? That.
No, well, she's not gonna call the dad. Again, it's your job to go to the dad first.
What I'm saying is, we're out on the date. Listen, what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but my point is, there's a reason she said no. Find out that reason first. No, you just calling it off right there. Forget it.
No, I'm
like,
saying,
who does that?
No, but what I'm saying to you is, in the grand scheme, I'm doing everything that you told. Like, here's a guideline for me to get married, right? Mm-hmm. Most guys not thinking of extra stuff. Whatever you tell me, we're just going by that line. Like, you like, hey, I want to be on a beach. This, that. Most guys, whatever image you give it to us, we're going to just go with. Because we're not about to just overly. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What do you want to do? How do you want it? Because y'all are very specific with y'all things, right? Mm-hmm. So he might got that ring, that specific ring you wanted. He might have talked to your dad. He might have met your family first. All these, let's just say, crossed off all the boxes, right? Mm-hmm. And the woman just says no, or not right now. All the questions. I'm not saying what you're saying doesn't have, validity, but you don't know those answers in that moment.
Okay, and in most cases, because we're speaking realistically, right? Realistically.
I didn't even know it was this many.
What I'm saying is,
no, it's fine.
Because you gave a percentage just now. You said 99% of women, will not propose to a man, right? Right. Now let's
and you agree
let's
as a woman, right?
I agree.
Okay.
Let's keep the numbers going. So realistically, how many women are looking to get married? How many women are hinting to get married? How many women that y'all are going to look at rings and doing all this, and then they start turning around and just saying no? You want to know why?
Because I'm gonna show you. Most women, whether it's real to them or not, they have a fantasy of being married. Like the ceremony, the wedding day, right? Most women want to be wifed up. Just as, you know what I'm saying? So I understand. So the overall percentage, if we're talking about majority of women, at least talk about being married, or at least act like they want to be married. Most women talk about, I want to find a good man that I can get married to, have a house, home. It may not work out that way, but they do have a ideology of, I want to be married. So once again, the guy's not coming into it, I'm trying to get married for the most part.
So you think she's just talking to talk, like social? She sees people married on social media. And
that's what I'm saying to you. So if you over here just saying, like, let's say I'm in a situation and you showing me rings, you talking about marriages. You're saying a lot
of women do that. That they really don't want to be married, but they just talk that talk.
No, I'm that's your point, right? You're asking me how many women really want to get married. That I don't know, but it seems like the world, women want to be married. So you're calling it off because you feel like she played with you? Do you feel like you wasted your time? Maybe why are you calling it off? Because you said no. I tried to take. Once again, this is your dream, right? It's not like I came to you about it for the most part, right? So now you probably been hounding me for months. You know what I'm saying? I want to be married, or dropping little hints, right? Now I finally step up to the plate of what you want, and now you're saying I don't know. So to me, it seemed like, all right, you didn't know what you wanted. Maybe you're playing it. Yeah, all these negative kind of thinkings now are maybe now popping in my brain at this moment, because like, what would be the reason not to? So, and then what if there was more reasons? Why did you act like there was? You know what I'm saying? Like this whole, why did you do all this just to get to this point to not want to do it? I
mean, I don't know. I can't speak for them. Like, so hold on. Let me ask you something. So if she said yes in the moment, right, and then later on behind doors, she was like, "Hey, I think we should, to discuss this a little further, and see, if both of us are really on the same board for marriage. You cool with that?" Because it sounds like it's embarrassment sometimes. No, it's she said no. Now you got to, depending on if you propose in front of a whole bunch of people. Well, then you said this woman proposed. This man proposed at Times Square, right? So a lot of people. Now I will say that can definitely play a factor in it. Like if you are in a crowd, there are people around, and the videotape is loved ones. Depending, some people go all out.
You know what I'm saying? You might have flew in the grandmother she hasn't seen in 6 years. You know what I'm saying?
All that for her to say no.
Exactly. But no, the way you just said it is definitely fine with me. Like I said, to me, there's a process to everything, right? We're engaged. I understand, it's called getting married, but getting married is at the ceremony and all that, right? So we're engaged. So even if you said yes right now, hey, but before we actually get married and jump the broom and all that, I feel like these are the goals we need to work on to get it. To me, that's respectable. That's adult-like. You know what I'm saying? But you can't tell me you want to pursue this. It's like if you like, hey, let's go on vacation, and now I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do going on this vacation, and you like, nah, I don't even know what you're saying.
So not right now. You said you don't want that answer either. You want a strict yes, right?
If you're bringing it to me, right? It's like, imagine if I came to you with a business proposal, right? And then you start doing all the work for the business proposal, right? And you're like, hey, you ready? And I'm like, no. You're like, why did you even bring it to me?
Yeah, but I'm gonna find out why also, because you may have a legitimate reason as to why you're not ready right now. That's really what that is. It's just like we find out the why. But they may have a really good reason.
Maybe that's not a good example, but either
just,
way,
in general, like you should find out why when it comes to anything, because a lot of times we jump to we assume or whatever.
Okay.
We jump to assumptions, and it's really not like it could be any reason that she said no, or she said not right now.
I can see that we never
not
talked
right now
about
really
it.
isn't a no. It's just a not right
all right,
now.
I'll say it like this. To me, and this is just my little experience with women, I don't see why you, like I said, it's for exactly how I'm saying it, right? Like you bring it up to me. You're showing me rings. You're constantly bringing it to. I can see it was a conversation randomly, right? And I can get confused, like, hey, one day I want to get married. We had one kind of conversation, and I ran off the, all right, I understand that point. But I'm saying, like, the process that most women, like, all right, cool, give you more of a detailed example, right? And we've been dating for, like, 4 years, right? And, by then we should know each other, right? You might have brought up how you wanted it, what I should do. You might have said, we might even had an argument like, hey, look, I ain't doing this too long. You know what I'm saying? By the 5th year, if I ain't married by December, some women throw out ultimatums, right? Hey, if you don't do this, that, and the third by here, it's over. So imagine if this is how you're talking to the man, right? And then he finally does it for you to say no. That's more what I'm saying, right? Now, like I said, if I just ran off and you just randomly, like I said, we just had one conversation and I just ran off, I'm 100% with you. It's a lot of reasons why. But
you're still saying that they're like, again, there's a reason for everything. Now, I'm going to hear your reason first and then decide whether or not I want to go. Because, like, honestly, let's say there could be any scenario, right? I could have...
No, that don't make sense.
No, it could be any scenario, because you had your scenario, so let me throw mine in. Let's say we had a restaurant, right? Let's say I don't know, went to the bathroom and boom, your ex popped up or something like that and wanted to mess with my head for whatever reason. Now all of a sudden I come out and you surprisingly, I'm just saying, because this is we're stretching, but yours is random as well.
What's random about? All right, watch this.
You led me. How many women do that?
Hold on, watch this. How many men? And honestly, in your experience with men, how many men just randomly pop up and ask a female to be married without the influence of the woman?
And how many women sometimes will have reasons for how many men will sit here and want to get married, but at the same time they're not doing right. Like they're not living right.
No, I don't know that way. That's what I'm saying. Like
I know both.
So what I'm saying. So you're telling me, right? You know a lot of men.
I didn't say a lot. I said men. It happens because you didn't know
I'm not
a lot,
saying,
right?
No, I'm talking about majority. No,
real quick.
I'm not proposing to you twice. I don't care what the reason was.
Okay, so is it okay in that instance? Is it okay if you say, hey, I thought you were on board. I thought everything was. Look, I'm not gonna propose to you again at this point. You're gonna have if you want to get married. If you want to get married moving forward, you're gonna have to be the one to come to me. You
okay, I'll say this. Maybe the relationship isn't over. The clock to get remarried has started all over for me. Then that's the best way I can say it. Because like as a man, I may joke around about it, but I don't really want a woman to propose to me. You know what I'm saying? So.
Would you feel kind of like we're like
it's just not
masculine if the woman?
I'm secure my masculinity as far as that, so I won't feel like demasculated. But that's just not the thing to do. But that's the best way I'm gonna say it. For me personally, like, there's nothing wrong with it, but just for me, that's not the way I do it traditionally too. Let me set it up. let me propose to you. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on, right?
But,
like,
go ahead.
Let's throw this something that probably would happen once in like
Blue
10
moon,
years or
right.
something like that. Let's say the guy, both of y'all talking about getting married, right?
Right.
And then y'all are chilling one day, and I don't know, boom, she pops the question, has a ring and every a male's whatever they call a male.
I ain't gonna lie, that gotta be a
something.
confident woman right there.
She pops the wedding band. You said, hey, it makes me feel, you know what I'm saying, like a little odd as a man that a woman is proposing to me. If
Right.
she's like, look,
I feel honored.
we were talking about it. Hold on, we were talking about it. You understand? I thought you were on board. F it, we're not getting married if we can't. If you said, because you said no, so she flips the script on you and does the same thing to her and says, no, I thought you wanted this. I proposed to you or whatever,
Right.
and you said no. Oh no, we got to start all over again.
Right.
You understand that?
Why she proposed? Yeah.
So you understand like that she's not gonna want to go through with the marriage or the relationship because you said no, even though you sounded like you were on board. And what's your reason? Your reason is that I wanted to be the one to propose to you, right? And you're like, but she can't respect that reason. It doesn't matter to her.
That's what I say. She gotta be a confident woman to even do that.
She's
right?
Obviously she's confident.
But then
she put out a whole wedding band.
I'll say I have one or two things, right? Because I look at that
or
one
engagement. How
like
an engagement ring for a man?
I don't even know. I don't even, exactly. I don't even know. But I hear what you're saying. It's just, once again, I may say it like this, like, hey, we could get married, but you can't propose to me type shit.
Okay, so what is she saying? We can get married.
I'm still saying yes to the marriage. Like, we can get married, but it's just not going to happen like this. I'm going to propose to you. I see how serious you are with it, right? I got you. Let me go ahead and do this, the proper way.
But you still want to give your reason, though, right? The same way she should.
But I never said no.
Reason. What do you mean you said never? And she's saying not right now. That's not the same thing.
Not is a negative word.
Okay, that's what
I hear what you're saying. Like, I'm not. You're saying either way. They're both saying.
They're both
pausing.
saying, "Hey,
it's
hold
a pause,
on,
right?
Hold on a minute,
right? Okay, but then
you
everybody
saying, no.
says,
Who are you to tell? No, I did this. You don't tell me to hold on.
No, it's one of those. It's not what you say. It's how you say it.
Okay.
It's how you said it, right? Hey, like I said, I'm saying, hey, yes, I will marry you, right? First and foremost, I will. We're just not going to do it like this. And that's the open to the conversation now, right? Compared to, will you marry me? No, not right now.
So she's supposed to break all of that down in the moment, right?
No, she should have said yes and then brought it to me in-house.
Hold on, y'all at this fancy restaurant, right? You get on one knee, you propose, and she's like, yes, baby, I want to marry you, but we need to work on some things first.
Well,
like,
your scenarios are different. You said we was in bed and she proposed, so we're more private,
okay,
right?
Hold on. So
now you made the same.
If she proposes to you in public, right? If she proposes to you in public.
I would say yes for her in public.
Okay,
I agree.
And then we're going to discuss it later on.
Exactly.
Okay, so it is somewhat the embarrassment as well. Like you said.
Yeah, it plays a factor.
The situation. Shoot me down,
the situation plays a factor. The environment plays a factor. The people around plays a factor. If it's private, then it's private.
Like, if a woman proposes to you in public, you do gotta say yes. Just because, like,
no, that's why. But watch this.
She bought a whole wedding band. She put it in a box. I don't know if she gets on one knee.
You're trying to do it more. You're trying to get the girl more points for doing it. No,
hey,
forget it. Nigga, I did the same thing.
The courage she had to build herself up to sit here and take you out, and then as a woman, it's just like, dang.
For a guy, I think, like, let's use me specifically, right? I'm not against marriage, but I'm not a fan for it, right? So for me to go through all this, you finally convinced me to do this. You know what I'm saying? That means that took a lot for me. Like, it took a lot for me. You shouldn't. I mean, as me as a person, you were like,
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? So for you, like, damn, this nigga really doing it. Let me at least say yes for the situation. It's the word. It's called coof.
I agree.
Coof, people.
I agree. But with a woman, for her to sit here and I don't want to offend nobody, but someone man up, low key man up, and be like, all right, let me not say that. That's very wrong. I take that back. For a woman to sit here and
you're trying to make it more because it doesn't happen as much.
Despite the tradition and how it looks for a woman to propose for a man,
right?
She somehow brings herself to that point to where she's like,
I hit her with the nah, not right now. Look, exactly.
No, that's why I said she should tell you yes for the audience or whatever, and you should tell her yes for the audience.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like more men in that situation have I feel like men just have more decency in situations, right? Where a woman's like, however I feel, all right, well, I don't care who's around, right? Compared to a man's gonna be like, all right, I see the situation. All right, I'm gonna do it. I may feel like as my, what I'm saying, like people around like, oh, she been married to you, it's cool. Like I'm not gonna feel less of a man, but then like, nah, shorty, behind the closed doors, like, hey, I'm not really feeling that. we can still keep it. We still want to get married, whatever. But I'm going to propose to you, and then we're going to do it that way. I might throw a whole other party. So niggas like, damn, I thought y'all was already engaged. Yeah, we was, but now we really engaged.
Yes, but for me, and I know a lot of women,
I'm out of there.
I better not be pissed off when you ask me. Like, I'm just saying, like, Shorty caught me in the bathroom and said something you might want to know. You might want to clear all of that out.
That's so random.
I'm just
but
saying,
I feel you.
You never know.
Then I would say, let's use that. That means you're not even secure about your man and your relationship. Because you about to say X out of nowhere. So already seems like it's hating.
Hold on.
It's already hating out of nowhere.
I'm just saying, what if I caught you before? Like,
with this ex? Yes. I mean, see, the more you talk about it, the more validity you're giving it.
This is your baby mama telling me this. I like it. I can't even like.
Watch this. When you were my baby mother cool before this?
No.
So why are you... Exactly. So once again, you about to live...
Oh, it is that, okay. And that point is her insecurities.
You see what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with me. So I've been building you up. You've been beefing with my baby mother. Now she come and tell you some more stuff to beef about.
Yes,
like,
if you do that, ladies, then I ain't gonna lie. You might need to go to therapy at that point, because at that, like, how are you cool with someone or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's time to get married, and your baby mom tell you one thing when she been beefing with you, and then you just call it off. I take that back. I stand corrected. Thank you, Jonathan.
Exactly. Well, another episode of... well, I don't know if I can name it.
Thanks for watching another episode. We will catch y'all for the next one. All
So
right.
Petty 258. Like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, and tell a friend. We out here.